Hello, everybody. Hey, Divas. How y'all doing? Alrighty, everybody. So, welcome to Monday. Let's start this week off right, and you got this, all right? With that being said, we're doing a different type of video. We've done a few of these way back when, but this is a voiceover because the gameplay is just like, background footage. It's your Subway Surfers, okay? This is your Subway Surfers while I talk to you. All right, so recently Nintendo had a Switch presentation, and it is not the Switch 2 one. That one comes out like later this week. But no, this one was last week, and it was about the Switch 1. All right, it's essentially like its last bit of, its last presentation before I guess we get into Switch 2 stuff. But yeah, with that being said, there was a lot that was revealed here, and I just want to talk about it because I adore some of these brands and things that are coming back, some of these IPs. So the first things first, all right, there was quite a few things that I just didn't really care for in that direct, but one of the things that I did care for was Patapon 1 and 2, all right. Ooh, let me tell you, if you don't know what Patapon it is a rhythm game. It's Don, Pata, Chaka, and Pong. And let me just say, it is one of the best games ever when it comes to rhythm. Like, I adore it to the point where I am going to get a Patapon tattoo. It is on my list. On top of that, I've made a few, like, perler bead creations of Patapon. If I can find a photo, I'll throw it up, but I can't promise anything. But yeah, Patapon is amazing. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend. It is hands down one of my favorite games of all time, and it is just a really good time. Like, it's so fun, and it is semi-difficult, especially in Patapon 2, because each game, kind of expands on the last one. So yeah, with that being said though, I will say the one thing that I am hoping they eventually bring is Patapon 3. PS5 just recently got Patapon 3 on their stuff, so I don't get why it's not on Switch, but maybe it's just too heavy. Point being, Patapon is great and I love it. Next, we're gonna get into Tamagotchi Plaza. All right, I love Tamagotchis. I have a watch that's teal. I'll throw up a photo. And my favorite Tamagotchi of all is Mamechi. And maybe that is a bit basic, but I love him. He's so cute. So I was floored when in this direct I saw a Tamagotchi Plaza. I think this game looks so fun. It's not like, how do I put this? I don't want to diss on the game because I love it. I think it's going to be great. It reminds me of Hello Kitty Island Adventure in the sense of like the cute style and all that. But I'm very excited about it. I'm very, very pumped. I can't wait to play it. But I know it's not going to be like the game of all time. Tamagotchi, you have it in you to create a really banger game, and I want that from you. But I will take this in the meantime. And I love it. I cannot wait to play that game. The next game that we're going to be talking about is Pokemon Legends ZA. Obviously, all right, if you love Pokemon to any extent, you are probably hyped for this game. For a minute there, Pokemon kept on trying to do the yearly game, or like, shorter breaks between games. And this one, they finally took a whole year to work on this. So here's hoping it comes out really good. The trailer they showed the wild areas and how you start at Z and have to work your way all the way up to A. I do love the fact that at nighttime, the trainers that like lock eyes with you, instant battle. I think that's so fun because in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, one of the big things that was missing was like those encounter battles, But yeah, so I'm very excited for Pokemon Legends ZA. And I'm very excited to see what comes later down the line, like more trailers, because, they're definitely going to give some more trailers. It's Pokemon. Next, we're going to get into Pac-Man Shadow Labyrinth, all right? This isn't on my, top, I can't wait for these games, but it's also not low. I am excited to play this game, especially because it correlates to the secret level episode with Pac-Man. It seems very fun, it seems very fresh, it seems very new. And I can't wait to see what this involves, because Puck is the new Pac-Man, the little orb is now called Puck. And Puck seems to be kind of evil, at least in the episode. So I'm very intrigued to see what they do with that in the game. Next, we're gonna get into Metroid Prime 4. what on earth? Can I just say that? What on earth? I am so excited about this game. You gave my girl Samus psychic powers. Huh? Psychic powers. I repeat that. Samus has psychic powers. I think that's so cool. On top of that, we got a trailer a couple like months back where it showed the like not Samus. Like I don't know how to explain it because I never played the game that that character is from, but it looked really cool. It was like the shadow to Samus's Sonic, so that's pretty fun. But yeah, I'm very pumped for that game. It looks really cool, and I think it's definitely gonna be. It's about time we have a Metroid like proper game on the Switch. But you know, I can't wait to play that one. Next, we're gonna be talking about Witchbrook. Witchbrook looks really fun. If you didn't see it, it is a. I almost called it 8-bit. It is not 8-bit. It is a pixelated game. It looks very, very nice. Obviously, the biggest thing that I've been seeing on Twitter and TikTok is people comparing it to Stardew because they're both pixelated. But I think that Witchbrook has a lot more detail put in. Stardew is beautiful because it's so simple. Witchbrook took the opposite. Like, it is beautiful because it's so complex and it looks so detailed. I'm excited to see what the game is actually all about. They just kind of showed a few things here and there. You're at a witch school. You can be like up to 3 other players with you. So that looks fun. You know, that all seems really nice. But I can't wait to see what they do with that. Like, what is the story? What are the missions? The stores that they show the person going into, so cute. So cute. Cannot wait for that. Next, we get into the Rift of the Necrodancer, and I was gonna put this up with Patapon because it is another rhythm game. This is brand new. All right, I believe you can get it now, or it's on pre-order, whatever. Point being, I haven't played it yet, but it looks really fun. I'm not really gonna talk a lot about it because I don't know much about it, but it is definitely one of those rhythm games. It reminded me a bit of Rhythm Heaven, which we will get to, and it also reminded me a little bit of WarioWare, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, so next we have Fantasy Life, the Girl Who Stole Time. Now, if you haven't played the original Fantasy Life game, it is on 3DS. I highly recommend. It's so fun. It's just a little RPG, and you get to like have 13 different lives, I believe, and the lives are like occupations, and you can switch from any occupation at any time, and it's really fun because each occupation has its own little like story, or rather like progression. So it looks really nice. This one deals with like going back in time and stuff, so I'm pumped about that aspect. And yeah, at the time it was first announced, I believe it got delayed. But when it was first announced, I was so excited for it because there wasn't really much of anything else coming out that was like that. But we're getting to a few other games now that I'm very, very excited for. All right. So an honorable mention before we get into like the top 2 games or top 3 games that I'm very pumped for. First is The Wandering Village. So that's the honorable mention. I don't know anything about this game. All right, it looks like maybe it's a town sim, but the like not gimmick, but the special thing about this game is that the town is on the back of this ginormous dinosaur, and you're walking. It's walking, and it's a traveling town. It looks really cool. As you can tell, it's the Wandering Village. Ooh, that's where the name's gone. But yeah, it's really cool, and I can't wait to actually like play it. It looks really fun. The art style looked really nice, and I'm excited. All right, everybody. So here we go. The last 2 games, my top 2 that I am very, very excited for. We'll start with the one that I'm a little less excited for, but still, you know, I like it. Rhythm Heaven Groove. Rhythm Heaven is back. Let's freaking go! All right, I love Rhythm Heaven. I used to play that shit on the Wii all the time. And if you don't know what it is, it's a rhythm game. Go figure. But like, it is one of the rhythm games of all time, and I loved it. I had so much fun with it, and I cannot wait to see what this one will bring. And now, lastly, let me take a deep breath. All right, so the last game that was shown in the direct, is Tomodachi Life. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I'm tweaking. Oh, I love Tomodachi Life. It is one of my favorite games of all freaking time. I play that game to this day. I was playing it earlier today. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Everything about that game is just so amazing to me. The fact that, oh, I love Mies, all right? I am so like ooh, I am so into Mies, all right? I know the lore of Woohoo Island. I could talk to you for hours about Mies. And the fact that they're finally coming back and they're the center focus of this game. We don't talk about Switch Sports. But yeah, since they're the sole focus of this game, I am so excited. I cannot wait to play this dang game. It's cel-shaded, it's pretty. The dream sequences are back. The town looks amazing. There's a city in the background. Please let us go to the city, please. But yeah, I'm very excited, as you can tell. But yeah, with that being said, everybody, that is my oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm just still thinking about Tomodachi Life. Ah! But yeah, with that being said, everybody, that is my takeaway from the Nintendo Switch like Nintendo Switch Presents, the Nintendo Direct. There it is. But yeah, with that being said, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll talk to y'all later. All right. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this, and I will be back on Wednesday. Bye.